welcome everybody to Pizza Club's Pizza Hustle. I'm Michael Fox from Pizza Club. I'm joined by my co-host Mark Schechter of Square Pie Guys and at Pizza. What's going on, Mark?
What's up, Michael? So pumped for this guest today.
I know it's super exciting. We have Aydan on here. I'll throw it over to you, Mark, to give a little intro.
Aydan is somebody who has been on the pizza content creation scene for, I guess, maybe like a little over a year and a half, and he has just exploded as loud as the sound of his crunchy bites, and he's killing it right now. He is the man behind Pizz-of-Art, sometimes confused as Pizz-of-Art.
I thought it was Pizz-of-Art.
I heard it was Pizz-of-Art. Could you clarify?
I can't actually answer that question.
Exactly.
I appreciate you asking me first, though.
There you go. There you go. But yeah, no, Aydan has been on an incredible rise, and of course, this is the Pizza Hustle, and we're talking about social media pertaining to the pizza business, right?
Absolutely. So, Aydan, I guess why don't we just start off? Tell us a little bit about you and how you kind of got into the whole pizza world.
Sure. So I used to deliver pizzas when I was in high school, and I ate a lot of pizza. I grew up on Long Island, and I loved the pizza on Long Island. And then I went to school in San Francisco, and I had a really hard time finding good pizza. No offense, Mark. And I decided that I had to.
Wait. When did you go to school in San Francisco?
I went to 2013.
Okay.
I think it was way before you were a business.
None taken.
Yeah. But yeah. So I decided that I didn't want to have to worry about moving to another place and not being able to bring the pizza that I grew up with me. So I learned to make it on my own over. I started in like 2015 or 16.
Making it home.
That's awesome.
Yeah, at first I made it in a home oven, and then I built my own wood fire oven in 2019 when I moved back to New York, and then I just moved back to California again. I'm in LA now, so I had to learn how to make pizza again in a home oven.
It's definitely tricky. Yeah, I mean, you gotta. It's like every cooking in a wood fired is very different recipe wise.
I think it's harder. It's harder, but you definitely like it's. And then in a home oven, it's just because the wood oven is so inconsistent. The temperature throughout the oven is like so much harder to work with. You have to like really feel it out. The home oven's like super consistent, but the problem is getting the temperature that it requires to make different styles of pizza. And actually, once I got the baking steel, it kind of like really changed the way I was using my oven because that now it gave me too much power and I had to pull it back. Whereas before that, I had to like figure out every way possible to get as much power, which is much more difficult to get a desired result.
So you got into home pizza, and how did you move over and start this? How did Instagram come into the equation and doing pizza online?
Well, I moved to LA and I didn't have a job yet, and I thought, well, it was really difficult to find a job. I had worked freelance back in New York, and not much of my work had followed me to Los Angeles. So I figured, like, at the same time as applying to jobs and trying to find work, I would start a page, and maybe that would eventually pay my bills before I can find a job.
I like that. How's that going?
Honestly, like that's exactly how it worked out.
Damn. So you're full-time Pizz-of-Art.
Yeah, as of now.
Okay, let's give a Pizza Club round of applause. That's great.
That is really impressive. I mean,
Yes.
that's you're
I mean, it's
living
not a
the
comfortable
dream.
lifestyle, but maybe one day.
Because of all the like heartburn and pressure from all the lactose.
That's definitely one of the contributing factors.
Yeah. What? I guess, Michael, can I ask a tangent?
Sure.
Yeah. Well, tell us your hair routine. It's gorgeous.
Oh, my hair routine?
Yeah.
I don't use shampoo. I only conditioned. Like I scrubbed my scalp with conditioner, and then I put air dry cream in my hair when it's still wet, and then I use a diffuser to dry it with my head upside down. So I just like forward fold, like my head's like, and my hair is upside down, and I put the diffuser on
Yeah.
my head to get that
Everyone
volume and lift.
take notes. I need to
Yeah,
tell my.
you're gonna have to get that cream that he uses. So you
Yeah.
can
You should
keep up.
label
I mean,
that.
I've used a few different ones. It's all the same.
Have you ever used ricotta?
Uh, Not on purpose, but definitely accidentally. That's more like a beard cream than anything.
Yeah. All right. So you're here, and you're paying your bills from subscribers to Pizz-of-Art.
Yeah, a few different channels of income through the Instagram. One of them
Rank
is
them.
the subscriptions.
Yeah, rank
Another
them for
one
me.
is the so right now I think the highest earner is the views, like the ads on Reels,
Wow.
which yeah, which pays like absolute pennies for like the amount of views that I'm getting, but it's still like a substantial amount because of the amount of views. And then the subscriptions, and then also the commissions from products.
From brands.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So like your
Oh, and
for
then
the
now another channel is uh, brands that reach out with products that for features.
nice.
Yeah, which will become like the highest earner, I think.
That's awesome. What's
What?
Hey, go ahead, Michael.
No, I was just gonna say, like, what is the plan to move? Like, what area do you want to focus on? Because you have a lot of different channels moving forward, or if there's a
I
specific
think
interest.
they all kind of like work off of each other. So like I just have to keep putting out content daily that engages the audience to keep my channel growing, and then like the rest of it just follows basically.
What can you share some of your page stats? Or are you willing to share? It's just curious to know kind of like what
I'll
your
tell you
yeah.
in the last 30 days, I think 30 days. Yeah, last 30 days I've reached 98 million accounts.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
not views, like 98 million accounts.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Insane. So, I guess talk a little bit about what you're doing on your platform, so people understand like how what it is that we obviously we see the public content, but there's also paid content. So just tell us a little bit about like what's going on behind the scenes at Pizz-of-Art.
Sure. Okay, so I have the subscription plan for my page that I took a long time to actually activate that part of the page because I felt like I'm not going to charge people unless they're actually like getting something out of it. So I developed like a curriculum from the foundation up of how to make pizza in a home oven specifically, starting with dough recipes that become more specific and advanced, but not really like in level of difficulty, just like and then also starting with like basic recipes for like how to bake those doughs as like different styles of pizza. And so I started with like New York style, and then I went into like a neo Neapolitan, um, like as well as you can bake in a home oven, and then into like Grandma Sicilian, and then moving forward, I'll get more into like specific topping combinations, or more into like the cooking aspect of it with different ingredients and such. But then along the way, all in between, I'm doing like tips and tricks and like helpful how tos on like other bits. I did like a whole video and all the tools that you need, things like that.
And
Smart.
this is the content behind the paywall, or this is what you
Yeah, that's in my subscription plan.
got it.
And I figure
Sorry.
it's like it's worth a lot more than $5, so it's basically just like it's basically free, but you're like just give me a tip for you know putting it out there basically, which adds up for me. It's like not much for the people subscribed. But if I can get thousands of people doing it per month, eventually it will be worthwhile for me.
Yeah. What's the?
No,
I mean,
that's awesome.
let's go back to the beginning for us, Aydan, Mr. Fart.
Yes,
I
Dr.
get the,
Farts. Yes.
but like when you were starting, just kind of take us from like start to I guess whatever eureka moment where you're like, I don't need to get a job anymore. Like, what was that like, and how are you now
Well, I
re-engaged?
haven't.
You know,
So basically, I haven't like changed what I'm doing since I started. I've been just consistently posting every day, reels. I almost never post like actual posts, but
right?
as I found different videos that performed well, I kind of like saved them as like a template in my mind for like creating ones in the future. And eventually, like as I found more and more of those like styles of videos, I have like a catalog of like I don't know 10 different videos that I basically make over and over, but like with different pizzas or like different couple of different like variations of like the way I edit it or shoot it.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
Michael,
and then I don't know. There was some point like last fall where um, it just suddenly took off, and it hasn't like stopped since then. But it has come in like waves, and
yeah,
I think it's especially important that once you really get that traction, to just like stay very consistent and focus on putting out those types of videos that do have high engagement.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think you're right. Like, well, last fall you were what, just crossing like 50,000, then you just blew the fuck up, right? Something like that,
I had 30,000 in September.
right? September
Yeah, and
of
then suddenly
2023.
September, yeah, 2023, and then suddenly I got like I don't know 2,000 followers in a day, and I was like, oh my god, that's insane. And
Right.
then like a couple months later, I had like 13,000 in a day,
Damn.
and it just comes in like these bursts of growth, and then like it hits like its floor raises slightly, and then I have like another burst, and then it goes back to the floor for like
Yeah.
a week or two.
Let me ask you some questions that I think, because basically what Michael and I do on our clubhouse side is, there's pizzeria owners, there's operators, they ask us questions about how to succeed on social media, so on and so forth. Do you think hashtags are important?
I haven't used a hashtag in a year and a half because I watched an
Okay.
interview. I watched an interview with the CEO of, or not CEO, like one of the guys who's like the head of Instagram, and he was talking about how you
We're
don't need to
sorry.
use them anymore. I don't remember who it was. I should probably know who
Uh,
it is.
Michael, what are some of the other common questions that we get asked? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because I feel like Aiden has good
Oh,
answers to all of
but
them.
I wanna piggyback on that actually on myself. I'm gonna give myself a piggyback. The hashtags you don't have to put on your videos, but what they did say actually in that video was that you want to put keywords into your profile that work as hashtags for your page instead of putting them on your videos. So like for my bio, I put baking restaurant quality pizza in a home quality oven. So my keywords for my page are baking, pizza, oven, home, restaurant, and I think that's it.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's sort
But
of
that's
like
basically like,
SEO, yeah.
yeah, it's kind of like it's like the tags for the algorithm to find my page. And it's to know where to send my videos, for
Right.
people who engage with those kinds of words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
I
also, just as important is having your niche in your name. So like pizza in your name with your pizza page.
You don't have
I
you
Makes
have
played
the
on
sense.
word
that a little bit.
you have the word Pizz in there. Pizz-of-Art.
Yeah, I Pete's.
Have you met my cousin,
Dude,
Pete's Diolo?
Your cousin's name is Pete's?
Yeah, his name is Pete's, and his last name is Ziola. And
Wow,
he's Jewish.
that's pretty
And he's
impressive.
Jewish. He's Jewish though. He's Jewish.
Oh, now it makes sense. Yeah.
Michael, what other questions do people ask us? Come on.
yeah, no, I think a lot of the businesses, are looking to figure out like what works, and like obviously you talked about consistency,
Mhm.
regularity in posting. That's something we could talk about. Just like what performs for you. And I know this is, probably specific to every account and what they're doing, but those are kind of the things I think people want to know.
Yeah. The Well, there was a long time where I was posting like basically the same content that I'm posting now, where I wasn't getting any traction when my page was smaller. I don't know why it suddenly took off, but it did. Um, but yeah, that's why the consistency is so important. But what really makes the video engaging is if you're a page specifically and you're showing pizzas, is to make your pizzas look as appealing as possible. So you gotta light it really well. You gotta get close up into that pizza and like find different ways to show off the texture of it so people can understand what it would feel, taste, and like sound like. They have to actually like sense it in the video. So like, I'll squeeze the slice and have like all the crackling sounds of it, which is all live, by the way. I don't do any like sound. I don't do any Foley work. Everything's just recorded on my phone. No accessories. It's just my phone.
Really,
But
not even a mic.
no, I don't even have a mic. It's just I literally just use this and I'm filming everything. And then I have a couple of lights.
How is the sound so vivid without a mic?
It's really
What
crazy.
phone? Which phone do you have?
The iPhone 13 mini.
Wow.
So it's not the tools, it's the heads, right?
Yeah.
Take
I mean,
us
it
back, though.
basically says you could use whatever. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Take us back though.
Yeah.
So, go back from September 2023, like the month you blew up. How many months had you been working on it, just posting the same thing over and over and over again?
I started my page in April of 2022. So from April 2022 to September of 2023, I had gained like 30,000 followers.
So it's like
I had
17 months.
I had 7,000 followers after my first year. And then it started picking up suddenly around like 8,000 followers, and then slowly grew to like 30,000. And suddenly when I had like 30,000, it's when it started like really picking up.
Wow. So I think that's a great lesson. Is this idea of staying consistent and just pushing.
Yeah, it takes time. It's like an overnight success after like, a year and a half, 2 years of just like throwing shit into the void and hoping for some.
How quickly did you narrow the 10 or so templates down?
I would just have like an occasional video that did really generate a lot of engagement, and I would note it and be like, this worked because of such and such, so I need to incorporate that into the next video. So like one of them was, I had a video that did really well that started off as like basically a raw pizza, like it had just been launched into the oven. It was sitting on the steel, and then it cuts right to the finished pizza landing on a tray, and I thought that would work because people would see the home oven and think like, oh, okay, that's just like a regular pizza or whatever. But when you see the finished product suddenly or after that, it creates like a wow.
Yeah.
I don't know, it gets your brain thinking.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
So the different formats that you have, out of all the things you were, you tried a lot of stuff, right? But like, what doesn't work? Because that's almost as important as what does work, right? Like, what are the things that are you just stay away from?
Well, I would say that anything that if you in the first like half a second of watching the video, if you can't tell that it's your page, it's like not the right it's not the right edit. You have to make sure that the absolute like first like couple seconds or first like portion of a second immediately someone knows that it's you, so that they'll stop scrolling to watch it because they know who you are. So like that can be your face, that could be your like your background, like your setup, or it could be like the way your pizza comes into frame or something. For me, like I'll like float them in the beginning, But you have to have like kind of like a signature so that it's recognizable immediately.
Yeah, you have a very short window when people are scrolling, right? And it's like that, a few milliseconds of whatever, and if you have to hit them, and that's really good advice because people
really
don't think about
too.
the first couple milliseconds, right?
Yeah, and because of the way that the algorithm works, you really have to engage your core audience in order for that that reel to be shown to people who don't follow you yet, because it like starts off by sending your reel to like people who already follow you, and then it like tracks their engagement percentage, and then if it performs well amongst the people that follow you, it's like, okay, now we'll start sending it to different groups of people who don't follow you yet. So you have to really make sure to engage that first, like, I don't know, 1,000 viewers.
No,
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Technical feedback that we don't normally get. I like it.
We need that.
We need that.
I like, I've been able to like watch these reels over the last like 6 months, like how they grow and like how they perform, like to a degree that like most people don't get to see. So by like watching it on like that scale gives you a much cleaner idea of like how it works.
And when you did something else, sorry, Mark, I was just saying, if you did it in the beginning, like something else where it wasn't that trick where you had your branding up front, like you found it was a different response. So I'm assuming that was part of testing.
Yeah, I mean, especially when you're first starting your page too and nobody recognizes you, you have to like find a way to have a hook in the first like portion of a second. Like, so for me, early on, I saw that everybody was making pizzas in these like portable pizza ovens, and then I was like one of the very few people who just had a home oven to work with. So like that was kind of the angle that I put forward as my brand, and made sure to have that come across in my videos.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's fantastic.
Sorry, go ahead, Mark.
No, I'm curious. Like, what other doors is it opening up for you now? Like, is anyone trying to like rep the Pizz-of-Art right now? Or are you? What's next? What's
There's actually a lot that I have planned for this page. It's actually supposed to help me do something that's completely unrelated to this page, which is why I made it. But I'm not gonna get into it specifically. But I am getting like opportunities outside of my pizza page to like collaborate with people on some pretty interesting, cool things that I'll be telling you about soon.
Is it like the Owen Hans of the world? Are you joining those ranks of those folks?
I don't actually know who that is.
The sandwich people, like the sandwich makers that do like the crunchy, quick cut sandwiches type. Salt Hank, Owen Han.
No.
Okay, I guess it's not.
No, I guess not. No.
Well, that's very cool. We are pumped for you.
It's exciting.
So, what do you use to edit your content?
I do everything in Instagram because I wouldn't be able to keep up with it and do it every day if it wasn't really, really easy. Like if the workflow was so easy to keep up with, I would have never been so consistent. So like I just shoot the things on my phone in the regular camera app, and then I edit the videos in Instagram, save the reels on my Instagram, and then I just pick from them and post.
That's incredible. So that's just such great feedback. Is that it's not, you don't need a fancy phone, you don't need a fancy mic, you don't need an editing software. No. Just do it all in there. And I'm just trying to remember, you really don't do too many overlays or captions or anything like that? No voiceover?
Not usually. I have before. I mean, I used to use music, but then actually my videos started doing much better when I stopped using music and just had the sounds of the actual pizza.
Yeah.
Kind of becomes your trademark in some ways, right? Like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good because I think that going back to the in camera or in in Instagram edit, I think that's really interesting because I'm sure you probably had issues sometimes maybe with Instagram. There was a lot of bugs in that.
Right? Yeah, it's changed a lot. Like they've updated it so many times. It's actually much better than it used to be. You can do so much more precise edits. And I'm used to editing in like actual software too.
Yep.
So using the Instagram app was pretty frustrating in the beginning, especially. And then also sometimes the phone would like overheat and just quit out of the app in the middle of the edit. And it would be like a 45-second long like full from start to finish video of me making this pizza, and I would be like making these really good cuts. And I'm like, wow, this is great.
We've all been there. I've been there for
Oh
sure.
my god, dude.
It's frustrating, right? To lose
Yeah.
all that work.
Yeah.
Wild.
I can't tell you how many times this happened to me as well. Like where it just
It's
even,
the worst.
it's the worst. Even in like just getting content from my phone into Dropbox to have an editor work on it or whatever. Like so many little tiny things that suck your time away and like just discourage you. So all the more impressive that you're just doing it in Instagram.
Yeah. I mean, even considering all the tragedies with the app quitting and whatnot, it's still like the easiest workflow.
Right, because you don't have to move all the footage over, and
No,
it's
I'm
there's
not.
a lot of work involved, right? Just to
Yeah, I'm not
download it
dumping. Exactly. Yeah, I'm not dumping cards onto a computer and then uploading into like Premiere and then exporting and then transferring everything onto my phone somehow. And yeah,
Damn. So
it is
interesting.
a
Dude.
lot. Yeah. Well, I know we're kind of coming to the end here. You kind of talked a little bit about the future. I don't know if there's anything else, like planned in the short term that, you're excited about or want to talk about before we wrap up. Or your next reel. I don't know.
it's pretty predictable.
Is it going to be you? I guess maybe we can at least, for the last minute, talk to us about the daddy slice and that moment.
Oh, sure. I actually don't remember how I conceived of the idea, but I just thought of well, actually, I was like heavily influenced by Epic Mealtime when I was in high school. I watched that on YouTube all the time. I had
Totally.
made I one time for Christmas dinner surprised my family with a fast food cake. Um, I don't want to say the name of it because it was pretty inappropriate, but it was just like it was awful. There are pictures. Anyway, and so I thought, like, how can I make the pizza as big and epic as possible? And I thought, like, oh yeah, I could just cut it like into one giant slice. And then I got the name Daddy Slice because, like I mentioned, I used to deliver pizzas. My the manager at the shop was like the funniest dude I ever met, and he used to refer to as the largest slice in the pie. Like there's always one slice that's like a little bit bigger than the rest of them. He'd call it the daddy slice, and so that's his trademarked word that I don't think he really cared to trademark. But I reached out to him anyway and asked if I could use it as the name when I post the video and put it on my shirts and stuff. And he said he was honored.
Wow. Dude.
That's really cool.
It's too cool. Damn, too bad you can't come talk shit with us in the clubhouse, but glad to hear your story just a little bit.
Yeah, nice hanging with you, dudes. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, nice to hang out more with you soon, man. Well, I'm going to be up and down from LA, so we'll have to meet up. But Michael, anything else?
Yes, definitely. Come by.
Yeah, no, this has been great. Thank you for your time. And of course, if anyone wants to follow you, you can give me your Instagram handle one more time.
Sure, it's Pizz-of-Art.
Awesome.
Okay, wait. Sorry. Have you ever farted on a pizza on camera? Okay, that's all.
Oh,
I farted on camera, but like that on the pizza.
Okay.
Why would I fart on the pizza?
Mark asking all the important questions in Pizza
That's
Hustle.
for your that's for your next monetization hack. It's your OnlyFans.
The aroma's already very nice. I use very nice olive oils and the most top of the line cheeses.
Thank you, Aydan. Appreciate your time. We hope you'll come back and hang out with us more in the Pizza Club, and appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
All right, have a good one. We'll see you next time on the Pizza Hustle.
You too.
We'll be back next month for another episode, so tune in and make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and check out some of the other videos. We'll see you soon.